The elevator door slid open and you stepped out, clutching the files against your chest like a shield. The moment you reached your desk, whispers started spreading like wildfire again. There she goes, John's secretary. How does she even handle him every day? But I also heard that they are married. I heard they hate each other. No way, I can't believe it. You smiled to yourself. They were right about one thing. You did hate him, at least during office hours. His secretary. Jungkook's deep, calm voice cut through the office noise. You mixed up the client file again. You looked up from your laptop with the fakest smile possible. No, Mr. John, I didn't. Maybe you are finally showing signs of old age. A quiet gasp ran through the office. Everyone froze. No one dared to talk to John Jungkook like that. No one except you. He raised an eyebrow. His eyes turned sharp. You sure you want to test me, Miss Secretary? You sure you want to lose your best one? You shot back. He leaned closer, whispering just enough for only you to hear. Keep talking like that and you'll regret it when we get home. You blinked at him, forcing a laugh for the confused audience. Home? You mean the office? Right, because you practically live here. Everyone chuckled awkwardly, thinking it was just sarcasm. Little did they know, he meant your actual home. The day was running smoothly until she showed up. Hana, the project manager who had been at the company for less than a year but acted like she owned it. She walked straight toward your desk, heels clicking like gunshots. Miss Secretary, she said sweetly, did you change the product launch policy again? You looked up. Yes, the updated version aligns better with the client's current needs. She scoffed as if you said something nonsense. When I passed that policy, it was already approved by the board. What was the need to change it? You leaned back in your chair, completely calm. Other employees were watching, pausing whatever they were doing. Because I'm the secretary and I know what's best for the coordination between departments. Your version conflicted with the new production timeline. Her tone sharpened. The company approved my policy, Miss Secretary. You are still stuck in the past when you should be the first one to keep up. You tilted your head, smiling tightly. I'm very aware of the present, Miss Hana, but your policy didn't align with the project's requirements, so I fixed it. She stepped closer, her voice dripping with fake pity. Or maybe you changed it because you are jealous. I'm outdoing you lately. You know, most of the staff here think I deserve the position beside the CEO. That stung a little, but you didn't let it show. Then maybe you should try earning it with actual work, not words. The air thickened until Jungkook's voice suddenly echoed from behind. What's going on here? Both of you turned. There he was, standing in the doorway, sharp in his black suit, sleeves rolled to his forearms, the usual calm authority in his voice. Hana's expression instantly changed to innocent. Sir, I just found out that she altered my policy draft without permission, the one the board had already approved. He looked at you, brow slightly furrowed. You changed an approved document? You straightened. Yes, because the old version didn't. That's against company protocol. He cut in firmly. You should have discussed it first. Your jaw tightened. Discussed it? I have been the one managing this project since day one, Jung. You stopped yourself quickly, correcting Mr. John. He folded his arms. Still, you're supposed to follow rules. That was it. That was the moment you lost it inside. Hannah smirked in silent victory while you drank your anger. You didn't argue further, you just nodded stiffly, gathered your files, and walked away while the whole floor stared. He took her side again. You slammed the door open, the loud thud silencing every whisper inside the meeting room. A few interns froze mid note, pens hovering above their papers as you marched in, heels clicking, eyes locked straight on him. Jungkook looked up from the head of the table, his calm CEO composure flickering for a second when he saw your expression. If you're not so busy, Mr. CEO. You started dropping a stack of files on the table with a loud thump. I would like to show you something. The interns exchanged horrified glances. One actually stopped breathing for a moment. Jungkook cleared his throat, lowering his voice. Why you're not here? We'll discuss this privately. You smiled sweetly, the kind of smile that meant war. Oh no, I insist. You're totally free right now, aren't you? So let's discuss your version of the project policy. You know, the one that's apparently more valid than mine because Miss Hana said so? He sighed, rubbing his temple. Ryan, you are disturbing the interns. You turn your face to them and they gulped. Am I disturbing you guys? They shook their heads horrified. Not at all, Miss Secretary Nim. You forced a smile and looked back at Jungkook with a straight face. They are okay, so let's continue. You interrupted, flipping open the file dramatically. Here, section 3. The one you both were so confident about. You see this timeline? You pointed to a highlighted chart. Production starts before the raw material contract even gets renewed. Brilliant, right? We'll just build the whole thing out of air. One intern curved to hide a laugh, then quickly stopped when Jungkook shot him a look. You continued, voice dripping with mock politeness. Oh, and this part? Where you decided to push the launch 2 weeks earlier. Fantastic idea, really. Except that marketing hasn't even finalized the campaign. But I'm sure Miss Hana's confidence will handle the chaos. Jungkook finally leaned back, jaw tightening. Are you done? You crossed your arms. Not quite. I just wanted to make sure our brilliant CEO knows what happens when he takes sides without reading the full report. His eyes narrowed slightly. Are you implying I took her side? You let out a short laugh, half disbelief, half hurt. Oh no, Mr. John, I'm stating it, loud and clear. You didn't even let me finish before declaring I broke company protocol. You tilted your head. Protocol, right? But I guess protocol changes when Miss Hana is involved. The room went still again. Even the air conditioner sounded afraid. For a moment he just stared at you, frustration in his eyes, but also something else beneath it. Something only you could read. Then finally he said quietly, Everyone, give us the room. The interns practically ran out. Once the door shut, silence filled the space, heavy and sharp. He stood, walking closer, voice low and strained. You really couldn't wait 5 minutes, could you? You lifted your chin. No, because for once, I wanted you to listen before assuming I was wrong. He stopped right in front of you, his voice softening a little. You think I don't listen to you? You scoffed. You just proved it today. He held your gaze, eyes flickering between irritation and regret. Then show me. Show me where I went wrong. Your breath caught for a second, but you shoved the file into his chest anyway, gladly. The door clicked shut, and the second it did, every intern who had just escaped the tension inside gathered near the coffee station, whispering in low, dramatic tones. Did you see her face? I thought she was going to throw the files at him. And he didn't even yell back. I swear no one else could survive that tone. They all huddled closer, clutching their mugs like lifelines. One of them, a nervous looking boy named Jake, whispered, I still don't get their relationship. They are like fire and gasoline. They argue all day but somehow have this weird tension. Alex, the oldest intern and the self proclaimed office info center, leaned forward, lowering his voice like he was about to share state secrets. You guys really don't know, huh? Everyone turned toward him. No, what? He smirked, enjoying the suspense. They are married. What? Three voices gasped at once. You are lying, she said, eyes wide. There's no way, they literally fight like divorced people trying to divide furniture. Exactly my point, Alex said, shrugging. They are married officially, it's just no one believes it. The group exchanged confused stares. But how? They don't even look like they like each other. That's what makes it crazy. Alex said, sipping his coffee like a drama narrator. You know, they used to be enemies in business school. Everyone leaned in again. Enemies? He nodded, lowering his voice. Apparently, she was top of the class, straightforward, brutal with feedback, super honest about everything, and he hated that. She once corrected his presentation in front of the entire auditorium. The others gasped. She didn't. Oh, she did, Alex said dramatically. She told him, and I quote, "You are confident, Mr. John, but your numbers don't match your arrogance." They all slapped their hands over their mouths to stop from laughing too loudly. And now she's his secretary. She said in disbelief. Wow, that's wild. Yeah, everyone thought she would never last a week under him, but she has been here for 2 years. 2 years. The CEO doesn't even last that long with most executives. And they're married? Jake repeated, still trying to process it. How did that even happen? Alex shrugged. No one knows. One day she showed up with a ring. He started wearing one too. They never announced anything. They just exist, arguing, glaring, correcting each other's schedules like it's foreplay. Everyone groaned and laughed softly, trying not to get caught. Foreplay. Seriously? You need help, Alex. But Rain tilted her head thoughtfully. You know what's weird though? For two people who can't stand each other, they always walk out of the building together every single day. Everyone paused, realizing it was true, and she's the only one who can talk to him like that. Anyone else would have been fired in 5 minutes. The group nodded in agreement, that strange mix of admiration and curiosity settling in. Just then the door to the meeting room opened again. Jungkook walked out first, his expression unreadable, sleeves still rolled up. A moment later you followed, looking calm but visibly annoyed, file still in your hand. The interns immediately straightened, pretending to look busy, typing random things, flipping blank papers, sipping imaginary coffee. Jungkook passed by, glancing at them briefly. Don't you all have tasks to finish? They all nodded too fast, mumbling yes sirs and scattering like pigeons. As soon as both of you disappeared down the hall, one intern whispered, they are totally fighting again. And Alex grinned knowingly. Yeah, but give it a few hours. By tomorrow they'll be back to pretending it's all business. You came back home still mad with what happened in the office. As you came out of the elevator, you found Jungkook near the staircase. He smirked at you, but then you stomped your sharp heel on his shoe, making him see stars inside the building. He dropped to the floor, grabbing his shoe. Ah, it hurts so bad. She's totally heartless. Hit me with a heel. You didn't wait, ran to the door, but he rushed inside before you, sticking his tongue out like a kid while you looked at him stunned. As soon as he came inside, he slipped. Ah, he bent down only to find your hair color on the floor. Yeah, what? You said coming inside. He pointed at it. This, what is this doing here? You squinted. It was your hair color. Oh, you said flatly. Forgot to pick it up. He looked at you like you just committed a crime. Forgot to pick it up? I almost died because of your curler. Died? You slipped, not fell off a building. Still, you can't just leave dangerous weapons lying around the floor. It's a curler jungle, not a landmine. He stood up holding the curler between two fingers as if it was contagious. You know what? This is how Accidents happen. The wife leaves weapons and the husband becomes a victim. You rolled your eyes, brushing past him toward the kitchen. Please, you were already a victim at the office today of your dumb decisions. Excuse me, he said, following you, still limping a little. You embarrassed me in front of the interns. Oh, I embarrassed you? You turn around sharply. You sided with that fake smiling manager again. Maybe next time she can fix your policies too. Yeah, don't bring office matter into this. Why not? You seem to enjoy agreeing with her today. He groaned, dragging a hand through his hair. Here we go again. You grabbed a bottle of water, slamming it on the counter. No, seriously, John Jungkook. Do you even realize how stupid you sounded? You didn't even hear me out before siding her. Because you broke company protocol. Oh, please. You only said that to look professional in front of her. Admit it. He raised a finger. That's not true. I treat everyone equally. Really? You said sarcastically. Then maybe next time I'll just let the whole project collapse. And we'll see if you still treat me equally. He narrowed his eyes. You wouldn't. Try me. A moment of silence. Both of you glared until he suddenly snorted. God, you are so stubborn. He muttered under his breath. You glared at him, crossing your arms. Because I'm always right. He gave you a look. Really? Are you God or something? So proud of yourself. He limped toward the couch, flopping down dramatically with a sigh. At this rate, one of us is going to file for divorce just to get some peace. You tossed a cushion at him. Keep dreaming, you wouldn't survive a day without me. He caught it with a smirk. Maybe not, but at least my shoes would be safe. You shot him a death glare, but your lips twitched despite yourself. He noticed. See, you're smiling. I'm not. You are. No, I'm not. He leaned back with a smug grin. You totally are. Admit it, Mrs. John. You can't stay mad at me for long. You sighed, grabbing another cushion just in case. Keep talking, and you'll find out exactly how long I can stay mad. He laughed quietly, rubbing his sore foot while you turned away, pretending not to notice how his grin softened as he watched you. The clock had already passed midnight when you walked into the bedroom, still slightly annoyed, maybe not at him anymore, but at the way he always managed to get under your skin. The lights were dim, only the warm beside lamp glowing. Jungkook was lying there already, his back facing you, blanket pulled neatly up to his shoulders. You scoffed quietly. Of course, he was pretending to be asleep. His breathing was way too dramatic. You changed into your pajamas, brushed your hair, and slipped under the blanket. Well, half the blanket, because apparently someone has claimed the rest. You gave it a light tug. It didn't move. You pulled harder. It moved just an inch before being yanked right back. Your eyes narrowed in the dark. Yeah, give me my side. You muttered. No answer. He was still acting. You pulled again, harder this time. The blanket tug of war officially began. One pull from you, one counter pull from him, until suddenly he didn't pull the blanket, he pulled you. Yeah. You landed against his chest, half shocked, half tangled in the blanket, his arms locking around you before you could escape. Let go, you hissed, wriggling, but his grip only tightened. No. He murmured, voice husky from fake sleep. Too tired to move now. Jungkook, I'm serious, let go. Come on. He said softly, resting his chin on top of your head. Stop being mad. Then you stop picking fights with me all the time. I'm the one who picks fights. You literally stomped on my foot with a heel 2 hours ago. You deserved it. He chuckled low, the sound vibrating against your cheek. You are cute when you are angry, you know that? You shoved at his chest. Stop saying nonsense. Fine, he said, pretending to think. Then I'll just say the truth. You tilted your head up, which is. His gaze softened, the teasing melted into something quiet, something real. That I shouldn't have taken her side today. You blinked. His tone was so sincere it caught you off guard. I knew you always do what's best for the company. He went on, and for me, even if it means fighting half the staff. You stayed quiet, your hand unconsciously stilling against his chest. I just. He exhaled softly, eyes searching yours. Sometimes forget that you are not just my secretary, you are my wife, the one person who has always got my back. Your lips twitched, but you tried not to show the smile forming. So, this is your apology speech? Mm-hmm. He nodded seriously. CEO John's official apology to Mrs. John comes with a complimentary cuddle package. You rolled your eyes, not interested. He grinned. Too late, non refundable. He pulled you a little closer again, his nose brushing against your hair. You smell like shampoo, he murmured, half sleepy, half playful. Expensive one too. My money well spent. Whatever is yours, it's mine by all right. You whispered, but your voice had softened. He giggled. I know. There was a quiet pause, his thumb tracing lazy circles on your hand under the blanket. You finally let yourself relax, head resting against his shoulder. You are forgiven, you mumbled. Hmm? I said you are forgiven. He smiled in the dark, that boyish one that reached his eyes even when you couldn't see it. Then it's a good night after all. He pressed a small kiss on your forehead, gentle, slow, before whispering, "Good night, my fierce secretary." You sighed softly, "Good night, my annoying CEO." The blanket finally settled, the bickering silenced, and the two of you drifted off, tangled up just like your lives always had been, in chaos, laughter, and love.